A very good evening to you. You are watching Prime TV News. Let's take a look at the headlines first. CID is permitted to detain and interrogate Navy Sampap, who has been taken into custody. Public are requested to refrain from collecting clinical waste that had come from Kerala. ITN is in the forefront among nominations of the Sumati Awards Festival. And in headlines overseas, Iran's supreme leader rejects talks with US President. And now we take a look at the news in detail. The judiciary has granted permission to detain and interrogate Navy Sampath, alias former Naval Lieutenant Commander Chandana Prasad Hettiarachchi, who is the main suspect in the case of abducting and disappearing 11 individuals to secure ransoms in Colombo and suburban areas. The Criminal Investigations Department has secured permission to detain him in this manner and interrogate him. The suspect is due to be produced in Colombo Fort Magistrates Court tomorrow. The Colombo Fort Magistrates Court has issued warrants on 3 occasions for the arrest of Hettiarachchi Mudiyan Selake Chandana Prasad Hettiarachchi, alias Navy Sampath. It has been revealed in investigations carried out by the CID that he had committed crimes while serving as a Lieutenant Commander of the Navy during the Rajapaksa regime. 11 individuals were abducted in this manner during 2008 and 2009. It is mentioned that among them were students studying in international schools. The CID took various initiatives in the past for the arrest of this suspect. Public support was also sought for this arrest. The suspect arrested with respect to the murder of Nadaraja Raviraj was released on bail on June 29, 2015. However, the suspect was absconding the judiciary in the past. However, finally he was apprehended yesterday. Accusations have been made that army soldiers were used to meet the pro-Rajapaksa political aspirations during the period Gotabaya Rajapaksa was serving as the Defence Secretary. It is now coming to light that certain army members had been involved in various crimes under the guise of respect given to the war heroes. Evidence is now surfacing that with the aim of meeting the needs of a handful of that era, war heroes had been used in this manner to commit crimes. An investigation has been launched on the clinical waste suspected to have been dumped by the Kerala state in India, and that has been washed ashore. A team of officials of the Maritime Environment Protection Authority is engaged in the investigations. Since the process of removing the clinical waste is already in the progress, the public have been advised to refrain from using the polluted beach. Officers of the Marine Protection Authority are separating and removing the clinical waste. Accordingly, about 10 kilometers off the beach from Udappur in Puttalam to Thoduava was cleaned up. General Manager of the Maritime Environment Protection Authority, Tony Pradeep, said that a special team from the authority has been directed to the location. He said that the Indian High Commission in Colombo has been apprised of the situation to find out what measures have been taken to control it. Such waste is being found in countries such as Bangladesh, Thailand and Indonesia. Waste from our country was being dragged on to other countries via the sea route. He said that they cannot prevent clinical waste from coming to local beaches as it is a natural process. But to control this situation, his authority would be taking appropriate measures. He warned the public not to collect clinical waste without any safety precaution and not to swim in the seas off the coast where clinical waste gathered. President Maithripala Sirisena made a financial donation to the family of the student who was electrocuted at the Kelaniya University premises. The student PM Subhasinghe died after being electrocuted at the Kelaniya University premises. President Maithripala Sirisena handed over a sum of 1 million rupees from the President's fund to his family members. The student's father, STADB Jayasinghe, who arrived at the President's office, received the cash donation from the President. The Speaker's office has condemned the malicious statements made by several opposition parliamentarians with regard to the ruling given by the Speaker on the opposition leader's post. Issuing a statement, the Speaker's office said that the Speaker had taken a decision with respect to the opposition leader's post after a comprehensive and lengthy study. The statement said that views of local and foreign scholars as well as the Commonwealth and Inter-Parliamentary Union standards were also taken into consideration. Also taken into consideration were the letters of the former General Secretary of the United People's Freedom Alliance dated 2015 September 1st and that of the incumbent General Secretary Mahinda Amaravira dated 2018 August 6th. The statement also mentioned that the proposal includes in the 47 subsection 1 provisions of the standing orders approved by 143 parliamentary members were taken into consideration in arriving at the decision. The Speaker, since assuming his post and up to date, has worked independently, devoid of politics. The statement has also underlined that he had not been subjected to any influence or any political activities. Other democratic countries in the world accept decisions given by the Speaker. And if not, the normal procedure is to take necessary action in a democratic manner. But the statement issued by the Speaker's office has mentioned that a civilized society will not endorse a handful of opposition members insulting and attacking personal characters through the media in this manner. The International Agricultural Research Conference commenced yesterday. It is being organized by the Sri Lanka Agricultural Research Policy Council. The conference is being held under the theme of enhancing the farmer income twofold through new agricultural innovations. Around 150 local and foreign agricultural research papers are due to be discussed at this convention. The keynote address was delivered by Dr. Jane Bally of the International Assistance Research Institute. Minister Mahinda Amaravira, Deputy Minister Angajan Ramanathan and many scholars joined in the conference. Minister Mahinda Amaravira expressed views on the opposition leader's post at the end of the conference. The minister said that at the last election they said that they would take over the premiership and the government, but they did not realize their dreams. Now they are battling for the opposition leader's post. The opposition leader's post is of no significance for the elections. He said that he has no idea for what post they would be seeking in a few more days. The minister added that all the opposition members have the right to discharge the duties of the opposition leader's position. The internal Peraharas of the four Mahadevalas of the Kandy Asala Perahara festival paraded the streets for the second day yesterday. The annual Perahara festival of the Kanta historic Sri Dalada Maligawa is now in progress. The internal Peraharas of the four Mahadevalas of the Perahara festival paraded the streets yesterday for the second day. The internal Peraharas of the Natha, Vishnu, Pattini and Katargama four Mahadevalas internal Peraharas are being organized to secure God's blessings for the success of the Asala Perahara festival. The internal dispute of the Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna is reported to be aggravating. A clash is reported to have surfaced at a meeting yesterday chaired by former President Parliamentarian Mahinda Rajapaksa. A meeting between trade unions supporting the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna and former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was held at the Sri Abhaya Rama Vihare in Narayanpeta yesterday. A former local government member and president of the Self-Employees Union, Mahinda Kahandagama, also joined in this meeting. Sunil Jayasekara, the president of the All Ceylon Three-Wheelers Union, who lodged a complaint against Mahinda Kahandagama and was arrested by the Financial Crimes Investigation Division and remanded, was also present at this meeting. It is reported that Mahinda Kahandagama left the venue of the meeting after seeing him protesting against his presence. Internal disputes of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna have been aggravating during the past. Reports claimed that the cause of the clashes was due to various opinions within the party in relation to nominating the presidential candidate. It was also witnessed in the past with regards to clashes that erupted on public stages following the building up of groups by the Rajapaksa family within the party. Annoyed in the face of these disputes, Basil Rajapaksa and Gotabaya Rajapaksa are reported to have gone to the United States. Sources emanating from the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna points out that in the face of such a situation, their followers are rendered helpless. Still on local news, several houses have been damaged in a shooting that took place in the early hours of today in the Ratnapura area. The police reported that the shooting had taken place at around 5 a.m. today in the Thiruvanakattiya area along the Ratnapura-Nivitikala main road. No one was injured in this incident. It is reported that 6 houses in the surrounding area have been damaged in this shooting incident. The cause for the shooting has not been revealed. Investigations are being carried out into the incident. The police have seized a stock of illegal polythene food wrappers worth around 1 million rupees from the Meerigama area. The government has recently banned non-sanitized polythene products. However, the Central Environmental Authority's Investigation Division was reported that some unscrupulous traders will continue to issue such banned polythene products. Based on such information, a factory producing large-scale polythene food wrappers was raided in the Allakale area in Meerigama. It is reported that this factory had been producing polythene food wrappers utilizing banned material sans any permit. The Consumer Affairs Authority seized a stock of polythene that was to be released to the market. The suspects were due to be produced in courts. Director General of the Central Environment Authority, Hemant Jai Singh, has said that such raids will continuously be carried out. Minister Dumendra Dissanayake has said that the present government has launched many development projects. The minister made this reference at a discussion held with farmer organisation representatives in the Horo Pathana area. The minister said that in the past, many development projects have been launched. More development is taking place in the future through the Gamperaliya. In addition to developing places of worship, roads are also being developed. The minister said that schools as well as playgrounds were also being developed. The Gamperaliya will be operative until the end of this year. All arrangements have been finalized to hold this year's Sumati Awards Festival, the mega arts festival of the small screen on a grand scale. The related nominations were announced today. The independent television network is at the forefront in championing its prestige this year too. The Sumati Awards Festival, the mega arts festival of the small screen, is the annual artistic achievement for the creators and the actors in the television industry at the Nelumpukana Theatre on the 29th of this month. The Sumati Tele Awards Festival is being organised this year for the 23rd occasion. The announcement of nominations took place today with the participation of a group, including parliamentarian Tilanga Sumatipala, chairman of the Sumati Judge Board Professor Mudyansi Dissanayake, and senior artists. Awards will be presented this year under 38 categories. The presentation of the Best TV Graphic Animation Award is a special award introduced this year. The ITN channel is in the lead at the nominations for the Sumati Awards for the 2018 festival. All arrangements have been finalized for the holding of the 2018 Tourism Awards Festival on a grand scale this year too. Awards are due to be presented on behalf of 72 sectors under 11 basic categories of the tourism industry. The diversified tourist services through the 12 new areas introduced this year are being evaluated. This year, the electronic and print media will be recognized for their contribution to the tourism industry. Applications for the Tourism Awards Festival can be obtained by visiting the Tourism Development Authority or from the website www.tourismawards.lk. Applications will be entertained from the 19th of this month to the 19th of September. And finally, on local news, a multi-vehicle collision has occurred early this morning. 4 vehicles were involved in the collision. The incident happened near the Dadru-Oya bridge along the Chilau-Putlam main road. 2 buses and 2 motor vehicles were involved in the accident. A private bus travelling from Negombo to Kalpitiya had collided with a motor vehicle parked due to a traffic jam on the road, which in turn had collided with another bus in front of it. The police said that this had led to the second bus to hit another vehicle in front of it. 1 vehicle has been severely damaged. However, no passengers in these vehicles had suffered injuries. The Chilau police are pursuing further investigation. In the meantime, 1 person has been killed in another accident that happened in the Katukashin area in Hanguranketha. The accident occurred following the head-on collision of a cab with a 3-wheeler. 2 of the injured have been hospitalized. The Hanguranketha police are probing the incident.